Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up your speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up the speakers. All of the top besides, finna turn up like a boss. No problem helping the loss. All of the filters be off. Check out a couple reactions. Go get you something to snack with. Back to Demetria the broadcast. Chopping it up on the podcast. Don't forget like and subscribe. You never know who's gon' slide. Leave a comment, baby. We been on shit lately. Say whatever's on your mind. Can I have a good time? You already know how it go. Relax and enjoy the show. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up your speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up the speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up your speakers. Pleasure to meet you. It's allegedly Demetria. You can go ahead and put your feet up. Might as well turn up the speakers.
Hey.
Yo.
What's up, everybody? We back at it again. This is allegedly Demetria.
Back at it. How y'all been? Y'all been good? Y'all enjoying the content so far? Make sure y'all like, share, comment.
Subscribe. I don't know what that is in my voice. Like, I got this kind of tickle or something going on.
You got stage fright all of a sudden?
Boy, no.
Oh, geez.
There's no stage fright in this. This is my life. This is what I do. I'm very good at this.
They know. We know. We
ain't no stage fright over here.
Do we put up the behind the scenes footage?
No, don't do
that. Because it's we're going to have to at some point because it's an ongoing joke of like how like this just, you know, be silly.
You're funny.
Being funny, being silly, you know?
The behind the scenes was
It'd be funny. It'd be funny. Like, okay, her mic thing over there half right? And she spent like 20 minutes and I'm recording it the whole time. I'm like, yo, this is the behind. I'm like, get the people what they want. Get the people what they want.
So do y'all think he should have been recording me?
Yes.
But that's behind the scenes, and he's talking about something he won't release it.
Yes.
Like,
every time you get behind the scenes footage of any star or celebrity, you be like, oh man, this is what we needed. Didn't know we needed.
That's funny.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go look at a certain individual, a certain person's drop of what was it? 100, 1,000, 100,000 gigs, 100 gigs, something like that. Of like content he had dropped at one time, like stuff like that, behind the scenes footage. You know, people be capturing that. That's like the making of, you know, the brand, the label, the legacy.
Yeah, I guess. And so maybe we will release it.
Yeah.
Get some laughs out there.
I'm in control of the editing.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna release it. You gonna see it. You think y'all can depend on me? I got y'all back. I know where the camera at, just in case you didn't think I didn't know where the camera at.
Yes.
I talk where I want to talk at. I know where the camera at. The camera right here. I got y'all back.
You're funny. You're funny. All right, let's jump into this topic. Let's jump into this
today's episode segment.
Yes. This is going to be very, 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 very interesting. The wounds of rejection.
It's a good topic. Good topic. The wounds of rejection.
Yeah. The wounds of rejection. First of all, what is a wound and what is rejection?
A wound.
A wound is a physical or a wound is a physical or detectable ailment that is negative, that leaves an effect on the individual, um, leaving them feeling less compromised, leaving them feeling compromised or less than they was previous to the altercation. So simplifying that, a wound is suffering from something, um, a result of a consequence or action taken against you. Right?
That's good. That's really good. Yes, that's really good. Okay, so I got down here a wound, an injury to living tissue caused by a cut, blow, or other impact.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, one in which the skin is cut or broken.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you look at it and you say it's an injury to the living tissue, it's injury to the living us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, typically, which the skin is cut or broken. So you're telling me that a wound could cut or break you?
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
In
Um,
what way?
in a way in which so deeply you would think that it was real.
Mm, talk about that. So deeply to where.
You would think that it was real. Most wounds
Mm-hmm,
are salvageable.
mm,
Most wounds can heal.
mm,
Most wounds, if very deep or extensive,
mm-hmm,
you'll have a memory, a mark,
mm,
something that is left behind to let you know don't do that again.
mm,
But wounds typically heal.
mm. So do you think that's depending on how you care for the one? So like
That can play into it. It depends on the individual. You got the an assessment of the individual must be taken, whether it's by that individual or an individual who cares to help heal that one.
mm,
When the assessment is taken, the individual, whether it's the person or someone helping, has to know that person and their ability to either heal, self replicate. You know, they
mm,
have to know that person's capabilities, that person's vital signs.
mm,
Um, so they can further know how to assess the situation, um, predicated upon how extensive the wound is.
mm.
Um, if the wound is
Open that up right
if
there.
the wound is minor, then depending on the individual, if they could be an individual who bleeds easy or
Mm,
has an issue or a problem with healing, so that they need to assist them with that in those manners. Uh, Neosporin,
mm,
I mean, not saying that these are recommendations from a spiritual point of view at all, but these were typical things that you would do for a cut or a wound when you
mm-hmm,
were growing up as a child or someone trying to take care of you, whatever the case may. You apply some type of ointment on the wound, and then you make sure that you seal it off.
mm.
One, so it doesn't get infected, so it doesn't open
Ooh.
up more. Um, but proper maintenance needs to happen when it comes to wounds, because even though they may not be as deadly, life-threatening, or severe,
Mm,
it can progress to becoming something like that.
mm. So would you say wounds have um two ways? Like, would you say a wound has two primary meanings? Like, meaning a physical wound and an emotional?
At bare minimum,
Can you have, is there, do you believe that you can have a physical wound? And do you believe you can have an emotional wound? And if so, talk about it.
I feel like universally, um, wound aside, and then getting right back to wounds. Universally, I tend to or try to look at things to have more than one meaning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I try to make sure that I'm looking at things from more than one point of view, angle, perspective, things like that. So when that's happening, when I'm doing that, it allows me to be well rounded.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're saying like wound, do I feel like okay, is it possible for wounds to be physical as well as emotional? Definitely, because some wounds that can be emotional can turn physical.
Mm-hmm.
Some wounds that could never been imagined to be emotional can cut so deep that you know
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
emotions are evoked based on said wound.
Mm.
Um, Definitely, I do believe that wounds can occur on all levels of existence:
Mm.
emotional, physical, mental, spiritual.
Mm.
You can become wounded
Mm-hmm.
on all fronts
Mm-hmm.
based on. See, here's the thing. Um, Most of the time, to be wounded or become wounded, you had to be some type of soldier, some type of warrior, and or fighter in some type of war.
Mm.
So commend yourself for that because like you took one for the team, took one for yourself. You know that's your stripes. Those are
Mm.
your scars, battle scars.
Mm.
You know, um, so just because you're wounded or hurt, don't consider yourself or look at yourself like being a deer or a wounded deer. Not to say that it's helpless or useless or help it can't help itself, but give yourself more credit than what you give yourself
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna be needed in the process of healing that one.
Oh, that right there is going to be needed in the process of healing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So we are talking about wounds of rejection. So what's your definition of rejection, and how would you put them two together? When you want wounds of rejection, thinking about like we all are gonna face some type of wounds in life. And we all gonna face some type of rejection
Mm-hmm.
in life. How would you link the two?
I would say rejection is redirection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why I would say what I think rejection is
Mm-hmm.
redirection.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime that just using me for an example, anytime that I felt or could have looked at something like it was being rejected or I was being rejected or some form of rejection had taken place, hindsight, looking back at it, it was redirection.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So do you believe that a wound could injure you
speaking
so
on
to the
wounds, um, applying that to the wounds, I feel like a wound is also redirection.
mm,
It's telling you, yeah,
how
it's
so?
telling it's telling you Go about it a different way. Try a different way. Because how you obtained the wound was the wrong way. Something transpired, not necessarily from you doing something wrong, but something went wrong. So I believe like wounds being rejection being redirection, I believe that wounds are also redirection or a gesture to you, a sign, a signal telling you try something different, go about it a different way, or something different needs to transpire because now you're being either physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually affected by what's going on.
That's good. Excuse me, that's good. Emotionally wounded is a very big thing, and I don't think nobody would go through life without facing it. But what I'm noticing is that the younger generation now are facing more emotional wounds than ever. And I know times have changed. I know, like when we were younger, of course, the battle was different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know like things are more wickeder now.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's more demonic forces in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking
them all.
What
you saying?
That's very important.
Smoking them all.
To smoke the demons, the demonic forces.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but at the end of the day, I'm being realistic because there's gonna be people in the comments like, "Oh, well, you can't get rid of all." That's true.
Right.
Because dark doesn't exist without light, light doesn't exist without. But everyone that comes up against the light, and I'm in the room.
Yes.
Smoke session. If I'm by myself, I know how to face a blunt.
Mm-hmm. You're funny.
I know how to face a blunt. You know what I'm saying? There's people who smoke too. We can shed a blunt, but we gonna smoke.
You're supposed to cast demons and spirits out, but I'm not gonna get
by their names.
And you do supposed to do it
by their names.
Them out. But that's not what I don't want to deep off into. That's a.
But you gotta let them know we be knowing what we talking about.
Yes.
We don't just be picking up discussions and shooting off the hip with shit. Even if we did, we'll finesse with the shot.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I noticed like, our generation faces things as well too, and facing emotional wounds as well. But I noticed like the younger generation is facing more emotional wounds, and the emotional wounds are causing rejection. And I feel like they're not really educated enough or haven't been around enough people that have experience in that area to help them. That's why you see the suicide rate is high. That's why you see the level of indulging in drug activity is high. And that's why
escapism.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Escapism. Talk about that, like the way you all see, and I know you can't speak for everybody.
Right.
I know that. But the escapism, like you said, is real.
What I can say, it seems as though they're going through more because more is required.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You typically, things don't get easier. You get more strength to deal with lifting the weight. So since the weights are heavier, niggas gotta be swole spiritually. physically, emotionally.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of teachers. The schools are gone, you know.
Mhm.
Um, so with that being said, the experience is what they're going through. That's how they're gaining the experience points. And when they say survival of the fittest, it wasn't a joke.
Mm.
So if like you don't really have somebody around to like help cultivate that, help push you and find your individuality, your uniqueness, because what that's the missing piece.
Mhm.
You know, uniqueness. When you find what your uniqueness is, what makes you unique, you typically don't want to squander that.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
you typically don't want to give that away. Um, but I don't think that it's more say that the generation is going through um, more than it's saying that more is required. So by it being more required, the regiments have changed. The the tutorial is different. The the boot camp is more intense.
Mm.
The fighting
Oh,
grounds is,
unpack that.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like it is intricate, and we may be seeing it from it's just from its physical outplay, how it's playing out on the third dimension, or how it's like physically playing out.
Mhm.
Um, but there's a lot of like intricate pieces that go into like the behind the scenes thing to make that move.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That just don't move on its own.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like it is intricate stuff that go into it behind the scenes to push that action into being. So if there's an end result of this, these groups of people in this generation, if there's a requirement that's required of them, needed to be met, that's an end result. So how do you get them to that end result? You induce, place in, implement these obstructions, these obstacles, these tests and trials to ensure that you get the best. Like it's with any business, you put the cloth, the whatever you're doing, the quality to the test, the most rigorous,
Yes.
process, and only the best of the best of the product is what's allowed to make it to the shelf.
Yes. That's good.
You
That is
know,
good.
so through that process, it's strenuous. I can only say it that easily because I've been in the process, through the process. Currently, will ongoingly go through that in some form, shape, or fashion. But knowing that you made it on the shelf, you're shelf worthy. There's potential of you
Yes.
being next to be on the shelf. You
Yes.
have the qualifications of what's needed to even be looked at to be on the shelf.
Yes.
Um, knowing that you're being put through the test, um, lets you know a lot of things
Mhm.
that you're worthy,
Mhm.
you know,
Yes.
of that shelf position.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm glad you
but
said that.
that's a tricky one.
A tricky one is
Don't be deceived
Mhm.
because you don't want to be shelved.
Mhm.
You know, they make it seem like the goal is to be on the show.
Mhm.
But that's a triple entendre. That's that's a backhanded statement.
I'm glad you said that because
Because
I
once you
believe.
got potential and you did everything to make this spot, they shelve your ass.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
That
then
does happen. It
you
happens a lot.
you stuck. You
Uh huh.
blocked. You
Uh
can't
huh.
move forward.
Mhm.
So don't aim to be on the show
Mhm.
is the objective, but know that what you're being put through builds a lot more in you than just being shelved.
Yeah. Let's double back just a little bit when you said worthy. Like let's unpack that, because I feel like a lot of times the younger people and older people too, but I'm just speaking of the younger generation right at this moment. I don't think that you all hear that enough. I don't think that our generation says it to you all enough. And I don't think the generation before us says it enough to you all. That you all are worthy. Like imparting that in you all. I think that would help so much, because letting a young man or letting a young woman know how worthy they are
It's important.
well, it's very important, but it will make you see things different. It will make you see things different. And with the young women, if they knew their worth, if they knew that they were worthy, they will correct some of the behaviors that they're doing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm glad that you brought that part out about worthy. Um,
I believe that I feel as though um, I feel as though we, them, they don't hear that enough
mm-hmm,
because the inconvenient truth is the part of or a part of the test and lesson is self-worth and self-value.
mm-hmm,
Knowing self-worth,
mm-hmm,
knowing that you self-appointed.
mm-hmm.
A lot of individuals who are coming up, coming into power, coming, into their own. These are individuals who are self-appointed, um, with the right credentials. With the receipts, not just like, oh, this is my spot, this is, I'm gonna take it and all. No, but they're not waiting for someone to tell them when to go. You know, because that's the time that they'll be in.
Yeah, but don't you have to get there?
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about like
No. And so
don't
it's
think
necessary and it's needed
yeah.
for don't think that the other generation should think that they're off the cuff. What is it? Off the leash, off the
Mm-hmm.
uh I'm gonna watch this back and I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset. But off the hook. There we
Off the
go.
hook.
Don't think that they shouldn't think that they're off the hook, but an incentive for those who are in the situation who don't have those around them to instill within them or to say those things by unfortunate events,
Mm-hmm.
not by anything of their own doing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, words of comfort
Mm-hmm.
would be
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
um, that you're developing self worth,
Mm-hmm.
self value, boundaries, self respect,
Mm-hmm.
self love.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, moving forward, when you're all fortified, strong, and unmovable, you know what to not deal with, what to deal with, what situations to place yourself in, what situations not to place yourself in, what you can take, what you should take, what you deserve, what you're worthy of, your worth, your self value. Once you
Mm-hmm.
come to the table with values and self worth, you've appraised yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You have some type of appraisal. You know your value, your worth, and you're good to go. You're golden. Um, because you called the shots at that point for your highest good.
But there's a process, like you said, to get
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and how you can help yourself get there is knowing that you're fortifying self worth, self value, self love.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be needed later down the line to where like, oh no, I can figure out myself. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, I've been through something way worse than this. This ain't nothing. Or you trying to do too much, trying to get over, or no, I don't think that I deserve you to talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm. So I have a question. Excuse me. Have you ever personally came in contact with a wounded, rejected young woman?
everybody that I've came in contact with was wounded and rejected,
Could you
women
feel it?
included. Yeah, that's what attracted me to them.
Mm. Oh, let's unpack
I didn't
that.
know that at first though. I didn't
Oh,
realize that. That's what that was.
oh wow. So I'm gonna say let's unpack that because I'm very interested in hearing your point of view on how you handle a wounded and rejected young woman. Like maybe you handle them different now because you're in a healing state or you're healed in that area. But let's talk about it.
Um,
You knew and you said you were attracted to that,
I didn't know
or
that.
you.
That's what I was
But
attracted to.
looking back,
But looking back, yeah,
because
because
ooh,
people outside of you,
excuse me.
people outside of yourself, reveal to you who you are.
Mm.
You know, somebody come up to you and get in your face and start yelling, you do nothing about it. You people outside of you show you who you are.
Mm.
So, with that being said, that philosophy being understood, me being attracted to individuals, me from looking from this point of view, knowing what I know now, me being attracted to wounded people or people who are wounded should let me know I'm a healer.
And that's what I was gonna say.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a form of healing in you. That's the reason why you were attracted to them, or they were attracted to you because you held that peace. But how did you, and how do you handle that?
You don't. You become it.
You become their wound.
Unfortunately, there's multiple ways of handling it. One way of that is you by default. If you do nothing,
How did you handle it though?
I'm saying like if you do nothing, if you're unaware of what's going on, what's
Mm-hmm.
transpiring, by default, if you become it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you realize that you
That's
are
on
it,
you.
and then you either it gets infected, you get way sicker, or you heal, and then you
Oh,
realize
unpack that.
you're healed, and that person's not healed yet. And then you show them how to heal themselves, and then you're no longer
Wow.
needed.
Well said. That's well said. And guess what? That don't even need to be unpacked. That is well said. Well said. Wow. I always wondered that. Because you see a lot of things. Well, I see a lot of things because what I noticed at my age now, everybody's not a seer. So everybody don't have the ability to see.
Some people have the ability to feel.
Some people, right.
Some people have the ability to do. Some people have the
Yes.
ability to hear.
Yes. Yes. And I'm a seer. I see a lot of things. I see what others don't see. I have the ability to see. And
what you don't want to see a lot of the times.
Oh,
too.
yes, for sure.
Just because you can see something don't mean you wanted to see it.
Oh, for sure.
Just because you was right don't mean you wanted to be right.
Oh, for sure. Because after I see it, what you gonna do about what you saw?
Most of the time, I learned to just get tricky. Because I've always been like on some That's So Raven shit.
Mm.
You can gaze into the future. You know what I'm saying? Your life will be a dream. Seeing troubles from a distance, but it's not that easy. I'm gonna see the situation, then I end up misbehaving. That's what people don't like me. That's why I've always gotten in trouble and shit like that, because I can see what's gonna happen and I'll try to do something about it. And when most of the time, like, you should just sit back and watch it play out.
And with me, when I see,
Not most of the time you should sit back and watch it play out. That's cap. Most of the time you should do what you need to do about the situation. That's why you saw it. But do know that something's gonna come with that. With the fact that you're seeing something you shouldn't have seen or wasn't supposed to be able to see.
yeah, I'm
A
gonna
disruption will happen. You will cause a tower. That's why I know that, like, there's a few things I know about myself. I'm sorry. There's a few things I know. There's a few things I know about myself. One of the things that I know about myself is I'm a walking love spell. I know that. One thing that I know about myself is I'm a walking tower. I know that. Like, I will come and disrupt everything that's not built on solid foundation. That's what a tower is. Out of the blue, unexpected.
I walk heavy in it.
For sure. There's other things, you know what I'm saying? Some things, isn't worth divulging, because then, you it is what it is.
Yeah. Excuse me.
But those are some of the things that I do know for sure about myself when it comes to engaging with other individuals. I need not to say that I watch or pay attention to that, but I'm aware of that. So, like, when things get chaotically or go awry or go wrong, I'm like, oh, they wasn't solid to begin. This shit wasn't solid to begin with. That's why it's all broken. That's why everything's falling apart because it needed to. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Type situation.
Yeah, and for those out there that's dealing with that, and you've noticed that you're a seer and you don't know what to do, just
Laugh.
no.
No,
We're gonna laugh about
no.
what?
Bringing more laughter into your life. Incorporating more laughter, more fun. Because seeing a lot can do a lot to you.
Yeah, but I'm saying don't just put it on the shelf.
No.
Don't just be like, oh, well, I saw that, and then tonight you sleep 8 straight hours, and that thing keep coming to you, and you just keep it over there. Ask God, what is it that you're supposed to do with what you saw? Don't just put it on the shelf because you saw it for a purpose. You saw it for a reason. Don't just let it die. Don't just, because do you not know that there's someone that see you? Someone sees your wounds,
sometimes
your rejection.
You don't know, right? But sometimes you don't know that. So it's good to hear and good to be aware of that. That you're being seen.
You're being seen, forever being seen. That's right, at all times. And there's someone that sees you, and whatever they saw, everybody is not putting it on the shelf.
Isn't that the ironic part about being seen? It's showing you again in your face that the ability of something being seen at all times.
Yeah. And I'm thankful that I've been chosen for that. I'm thankful that I've been chosen, that God trusts me enough to be a seer, and He can trust the fact that I'm going to bring it to Him and inquire why I saw that. What am I supposed to do about
doing
that?
The necessary actions.
That's it.
And or relaying the necessary message.
That's it. And that's important. Yeah.
Making sure that, like I was saying earlier, not to say that it pertains to this, but I wanted to also give that disclaimer before it passed on too far into the conversation and it no longer applied. incorporating more laughter
Oh
in
yeah.
your life,
Mm-hmm.
incorporating more fun, because it can get heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It can get, critical.
And
It
it
can
will.
get, yeah. I mean, and you'll be strong enough to to withstand that heaviness,
Mm-hmm.
because you have been given that gift. So you're just developing the muscle, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But incorporate more fun, incorporate more laughter, incorporate more high vibratorial individuals around you. If you can't at the moment, or you don't have access to, you know, doing it within brings it without. Um, Smiling for no reason brings upon a smile in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Gratitude in the midst of, being grateful. A lot, though, because these are things that got me through. Um, there was no reason, absolutely, whatsoever, for me to be grateful for anything that was going on. But I had to um, invoke emotionally just as much as you just seen, or if not more, um, into the idea of gratitude repeatedly, over, over, over. Things that I wanted to be that may have not been at the time, putting into that, because that which I thought and that which I accepted was what was transpiring in front of me. Whether I wanted to accept that or not, whether I could pinpoint when the new stuff that I wasn't agreeing with came in, how it came in, why it came in, I needed to fix within so everything out could fix. And when you do that, when you're looking for that, when you request for that, ask for that, the first thing you're going to get is a deletion of everything that was in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Because to create, one must first destroy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Everything that wasn't what you wanted has to go. So it looks like things being removed from you, taken from you. And as you're sitting in that space, and then you get down to the nothing that was just only you, you're faced with a decision. Do you keep pushing forward because you believe in what you asked for is happening, or do you think everything's falling apart?
Mm.
And um, if you're lucky enough for someone to share with you,
Mm.
or intelligent enough to acquire the knowledge to know that you at one point was a sperm that made it out of millions
Mm-hmm.
and hit the egg,
Mm-hmm.
you
That's
can
deep.
you already beat the game.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? So keep pushing forward.
Yes, keep
More
pushing forward.
miraculous things, like you being that one out of however many million, um, getting that job done that you know that you can get done, no matter how many people is in line to get it done, in the same field to get it done, in agreement with you to get it done, and disagreement with you to get it done. You've
That's
already got
heavy.
it done in some degree,
Mm-hmm.
in some shape, form, or fashion, before you were even quote unquote cognizant or aware of how to achieve a goal.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you innately have some gift and or ability to, if you put this bitch in neutral, to get it done anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
you be seeing me and this bitch in cruise control. Oh
Y'all funny.
jeez, let's get it done anyway.
Yeah, that within is coming and rising up. So let's talk about, before we wrap it up, let's get a little bit more transparent with the viewers. Let's talk about the wounds of a son and the wounds of a mother. The wounds of a son and mother being wounded and rejected at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that. Let's unpack that. Let's talk about how you and I faced wounds and rejection together. Do you remember a time when we both were going through a lot in life? And by the way, I had you so young. We grew up together, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not that much older than you, right?
Not at all.
Okay, so there was a lot of mistakes made.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But
there
that's
was a
but that's
lot
what
of,
makes for a great movie.
yeah,
The mistakes. A lot of the mistakes be what you keep and put in the final cut.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of mistakes made on my end as being a mom. Young, trying to find my way. And when I thought I found my way, um, my world started crumbling. I thought I had found my way, and I
Tower
thought I
moment.
was, yeah,
Bow.
tower moment for sure, for sure.
Bow. Dark Night of the Soul. Boom.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did it all in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So I want us to talk about that before we wrap it up. How you saw me and how I saw you. Do you remember a time you were going through and you were going through some heavy things at the same time? I was going through some heavy things. And you were crying.
Mm-hmm.
And you were crying so, and I saw you crying. It wasn't like, I'm in another room or anything. Or I didn't know. I actually literally saw you crying. Excuse me. And I said to you, come on, pull it together.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hold you right now.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to come on and pull it together because it's going to be so much more in life that's more heavier, more deeper
So let me let y'all know something.
than this.
Let me let y'all know something. She opened it up. What's inconvenient
Mm-hmm.
about the situation was a few things.
Mm-hmm.
One, the instance and situation she was talking about was something that was supposed to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supposed to be here because of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally. So the fact of me even being here right now
Mm-hmm.
in front of y'all is like some whoa. So
Mm-hmm.
that is a testament to let y'all know you can do it. No
Mm-hmm.
matter impossible or how crazy it may seem. Two, I've been placed in places and spaces to where when it's all said and done, a lot of people, this is not no braggadocious type situation. A lot of people will look at this and view this as the greatest story ever told.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only saying that because I'm aware of the greatest story ever told.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how great stories are made, how to make a great story, the hero's journey, the fool's journey, the hero's arc, all of those things. And when I look at the things that I went through and had to go through, it's the greatest story ever told. I say that because there were moments to where I was down, so far down, where I realized you're in hell. And that's what I was crying about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was in a space and place that was full of demons, and I didn't know how to get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was crying because I was scared for my motherfucking life.
Mm-hmm.
And when, regardless of whoever, mother aside, regardless of whoever, when an individual tells you, pull it together, I can't help you right now.
Mm-hmm. Let me interject right there. Do you remember me saying to you in the heat of the moment right then, who gonna hold me? I'm hurting too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
What
that's why
ends
I
up
want to say
happening,
about the wounded
yeah,
and the rejection go hand in hand. And the pain that comes from the wound can cut you so severe.
that
You
you start
bleed
stabbing
out.
everybody else.
No,
And you
you
gotta have
start
your
stabbing
shield.
everybody else. Yeah, that happens too.
Yeah, no.
But you're bleeding
You
so to
gotta
the
joke
point
about
that infection
it.
from it sprues over.
And it becomes a whole different festering specimen.
Infestation. That's right. That's right. I was so wounded and I was so hurt. The pain that came from the wound. I'm not talking about a splendor.
Mm-mm.
I'm not talking about a little nick from your puppy biting you.
Mm-mm.
I'm talking about a stump down heart transplant.
Mm-mm.
That's what I'm talking about.
So stomp down everybody that's around type shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
was
me
right
not knowing,
there.
you were right there, right?
Uh-huh.
Me not knowing that the infection from the wound was spewing out caused me to behave in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
But not to pat myself on the back or to make myself look good or anything, because I'm being very transparent. I remember coming back to you saying, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Because we go through things in life.
That are necessary because two things needed to happen.
That's so true.
One, regardless of her
But that
being
don't
my
take
mom,
away the damage was done.
regardless of her being my mom. That aside, what I had to learn was fuck these people. You aside, because I'm not in that space or place. But you're gonna have to learn that. And you're gonna have to learn that in the most inconvenient way. And it's gonna keep happening when you're down.
That's the key. That's the thing.
So that like
You only
you
learn
can know
some
how
of
to
the
like
lessons that's right.
fly up.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because like if you not deserving to fly up or knowing you have the wherewithal to fly up, then like do you deserve to get up? But the only reason why you're down is because
There's a lesson in it.
that as well as you was up at one point and some outside influences, wasn't an approval of that, or you went through some situations that put you in a different situation, and now you're not as well off as you were. But if you know how to get yourself out, then you can know how to get others out. You know what I'm saying? You can jump down there and with them. That's what you be seeing me do.
And you're supposed to,
Like
after you've been
this is
free,
what
you're supposed to
is
go
what
and
we're
get.
doing. We're jumping down in there and assisting you on how to get out
Yes.
of just this situation alone.
Mm-hmm.
Depression.
Mm-hmm. By the way, it's real.
anxiety,
It's real.
mental abuse.
Oh, it's real.
Um, it's all stemming from um, self-awareness, self-ideology, self-awareness, purpose, um, where you belong, um, uniqueness, and knowledge of self. All of those things are the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's spewing from that. Um, once you get through that, once you get through this, you're solid. You're fortified. You become a different individual, an evolved specimen. Um, you don't have to summon anything.
Yeah.
You're what becomes summoned. People call you up on the phone and be like, "Hey, yo, how you get through this, or how you do that, or you know what I'm saying?"
Yeah.
It hurts. It's a lot to go through, but at the same time, it's necessary in order for you to become. You could have came in with some easy stuff, but then you would have been made to be a bitch or something squishy. I could have had more favorable situations. You know what I'm saying? But that would have made me less than a leader.
No, I was just gonna say that
You know?
you have greatness on you. You're a leader, and leaders and people that have greatness on them and doing more down here than others. So when we both were going through our journey and we both were wounded emotionally and physically at the same time, of course, there would be no comparison on who was more wounded, right? But I never thought that you understood that I was too. And that's why I had to say it to you, right? Because you were going through what you were going through. So you didn't have the wounds. When you're wounded, you can't think about the other person. You're not thinking about the other person.
When you wounded, it's easy for the devil to talk to you.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So
you bleed now, you're dying. Of course.
You don't see the necessary things
right.
to be seen.
Right. And so and I knew.
So if another person's cognizant of that, the best thing that they can do is do what they need to. Because if the other person has any good intentions, they're gonna figure they shit.
I knew I had to say that to you because with what you just said, the devil will come right back behind you and tell you your mama don't love you. She said that to you. Look at that. All stemming from a wound.
Yeah, those were things that were designed to break me.
Yes.
But
to break me too as well.
Because to break me would break you.
And to sever the relationship. Yeah. Yes, most definitely.
But at the end of the day, you find out that people have a sick fascination with trying to break something that can't be broken. Not just one person. It becomes like a fascination amongst the whole community, town, village, countryside. You know what I'm saying? City, world, population. Like, we've all seen it, and we've all seen it exhibited. Classic case of a new kid coming to school. Everybody's been in that school for the longest. Finally, a new kid comes. No one knows the new kid. Trying to figure it out. What's to this new kid? There's designated hierarchies. There's your jocks, your cool kids, your lames, and your bullies. You know what I'm saying? Your bullies, they already set. They finna try to test the new kid. First bully comes, new kid kicks the bully's ass. Next kid comes, the next bully comes, kid does the same thing. Now 3 or 4 of them like, oh nah, who this kid think he is? Now 3 or 4 of them gang up. Kid beat all 3 of them, all 4 of them, same time. Impossible. By that time, the first 2 or 3 then gather their energy back up. Now all of them get into a meeting and they're like, this nigga's a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
What do we gotta do to get rid of this nigga?
Mm-hmm.
Then they all start swarming it. You gotta see that. You gotta peep the play. Because if you don't peep the play, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. So you realize and you figure out that it's a one. It's not a fight that you is worth winning or fighting. It's not even one that you're trying to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you have to realize that what's going on is something that's exactly what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to do exactly what you've been told to do within self,
Mm-hmm.
what you feel is necessary to do, or what you're scared to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's needed and it's necessary in order for. Because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't know how to treat the next situation when it happened again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's happened several times to make sure that I knew, 1, what it was, 2, how to handle the situation, 3, that it had never happened to me again, regardless of who it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate that like it happens like that or that it transpires like that. You know what I'm saying? But like you have to look at this stuff like it is what it is. Like these are the cards that were dealt. These are the things that there's no one else was in my life to try to, make the shit go worse or go down. I cut everybody off. I knew instantly. If something's finna try to stop, block, or anything like that, and it can't, it's finna try to work through connections that try to get it towards me.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut everybody off.
Mm-hmm.
I kept, family and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then you realize that that's the only thing that's left connected to you to try to like fuck with your vibes. And it's gonna come through. It's going to. You know what I'm saying? It's going to show its face every time, all the time. And you're gonna have to deal with it. Mm-hmm. And when you deal with it and realize,
you have to deal with it.
Then you can get over it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like some people will say it's easier said than done, but it's been done. I've done it. I'll do it again. She's done it. I'm pretty sure she'll do it again.
I've done it and I'll do it again. Yeah.
And you can do it
and
too.
And you can do it too. Yes, that's exactly what I was
This is
just
what
gonna
this
say.
is for.
And you can do it too. And that being said, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Make sure y'all drop some comments. Some likes. If you vibe with what was said, what was done. If you feel as though you've been through something similar, if you can add to the dialogue, something constructive, something worth adding to the dialogue, do so. There's a whole area for it right there. Just for you. We'll be glad to see what you have to say. Get some response back to that. Feedback is definitely enjoyable, not just for us. I mean, for everybody that's participating, people who watch, people who will come across it later on, or who is dealing with something that's similar, a similar situation.
Yes. And before we let it go, parents don't never think they too big to kiss them. It's the way we like it. Peace.